So we are looking at the broader Middle East, and we're going to focus on Iraq and Syria because U.S. Central Command issued a statement pertaining to airstrikes conducted on specific targets in both Iraq and Syria in response to the drone strike on U.S. forces that led to 3 U.S. service members being killed. Now, I'll read the statement and kind of discuss what took place here. So at 4 p.m., U.S. Central Command forces conducted airstrikes in Iraq and Syria against Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Quds forces and affiliated militia groups using 2 B-1B Lancers, plus some additional aircraft. Interestingly, Jordanian aircraft are also participating in the strikes as well and have been assigned targets by the U.S. So the Lancers took off from the U.S. and refueled mid-flight en route to their targets. The bombers struck more than 85 targets using 125 precision munitions along a linear path here that runs along this highway. You can see basically where all of these strikes took place. The facilities that were struck included command and control operations centers, intelligence centers, rockets, missiles, and unmanned area vehicle sites, as well as logistics and munition supply chain facilities and storage facilities of various militia groups and their IRGC sponsors who facilitated attacks against the U.S. and coalition forces. And the IRGC is obviously the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. As of right now, battle damage assessments as well as videos are trickling in. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show any of those videos because TikTok will obviously frown upon that, and I don't want to catch a ban for showing strategic bombing videos. So let's talk a bit about the B-1B. This bomber can fly at 900 miles per hour or Mach 1.2 and can carry 84 500-pound bombs. It's worth noting that this is not a stealth aircraft, nor is it a small aircraft. They are 146 feet long, which is about 44.5 meters, which is basically the size of 2 semi-trucks long. And they are over 3 stories tall. The wingspan is between 79 and 137 feet, depending on if the wings are extended or swept aft, because the wings can actually be extended or they can be swept back depending on the way the aircraft is flying. Now, just so you can get an idea of how big this thing is, here it is as airmen work on the aircraft, around the aircraft, etc. This is a very big aircraft. Also, this image shows service members taking refuge from the sun in the shadow of such a large aircraft. Now, in one of the cooler pictures, you can see just how massive this aircraft's 4 engines are. Now, the B-1B entered service in 1985 and holds almost 50 world records for speed, payload, range, and time of climb in its class. Its payload is larger than that of the B-52 and the B-2 stealth bomber. It used to be a nuclear-capable bomber, but that mission ended in 1994, and the Lancer's physical capability to carry nuclear weapons was actually removed in 2007. So this is the first step in these strikes. The president himself and the Secretary of Defense said that these strikes will continue at a time and place of their choosing. So we'll just have to see what future strikes take place and what future continued response the U.S. has in the region to the Iranian-backed militias.